Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to the third edition of Coffee with Mr. Rutledge. Today our coffee is brought to you by a lovely mug that a dear friend gave to my wife. This is actually my wife's mug, but it's from the Museum of the Bible, and I'm stealing it this morning. It's one of my favorite mugs, actually. That's right, my wife's mug is one of my favorite mugs. But if you can see inside, it's actually got, if you can see right here, it's actually got the book of Esther written inside of the mug. Isn't that cool? So the book of Esther is a really cool book and we actually just read the book of Esther a week and a half ago in all of our classes leading up to the holiday of Purim. The book of Esther is a classic example of someone who made a plan, and God had a different one. God had a different plan, and the plan changed. And that can be really frustrating, especially for people like me who I like to make a plan. I like to make a very calculated, informed plan, and I like to throw everything behind that plan and make sure that it comes into fruition. It's like hell or high water, we're going to go through with this plan, right? And it's interesting in these times where here I am sitting at my dining room table making a YouTube video for you guys to watch, as opposed to me being in a classroom and you guys sitting with me. And that's frustrating to me because I like to be able to look at you. I like to look at you in the eyes as I'm talking and get your feedback and get engagement. It's very hard for me to have just a one-way conversation like this. I have a plan. I have this idea. I have this expectation, and it's not working out that way. And I've had many times in my life where I've had these expectations and these plans, like maybe you're in a relationship. I've been in relationships that ended in the past, and it wasn't part of God's plan for my life. I married this particular person, and that relationship just had to end. And I'm thankful for it now looking back, but at the time it was so frustrating. And I was talking to, I was sitting in the classroom yesterday for an hour, as some of you guys were trickling in and getting your textbooks, and just kind of one at a time. It was good to see some of you and catch up with you. But one of the things that some of you, kind of a common theme that some of you were saying was, this is unexpected and I'm bored. And one guy said yesterday, this isn't how I wanted my senior year to end. Says that this isn't how I wanted my high school career to end. I had such higher expectations for it than this. And I just want to go to prom. And, it broke my heart to hear that, because I totally understand. This isn't how I wanted it to end. This isn't how I wanted the next few weeks, possibly months. We have no idea. But I think we have to remember and take a step back and look at God's sovereignty through all of this and recognize his sovereignty. And there's a verse that I'm going to read to you from the book of James, chapter 4, verse 13. James says the following: "Now listen, you who say, 'Tomorrow or today, we will go to such and such a city and stay there a year, trading and making a profit.' You don't even know if you will be alive tomorrow. For all you are is just a mist, like a vapor, that appears for a little while and then it disappears. Instead, you ought to say, 'If the Lord wants this to happen, we will live to do this or that.' But as it is, in your arrogance you boast. All such boasting is evil. So then, anyone who knows the right thing to do and fails to do it is committing a sin." There's an old Yiddish proverb that I like. It goes, "Man plans and God laughs." And that's so true. We make these plans, and we, just like right now, I have all these books out. I'm making lesson plans. It's like I have no idea if tomorrow the internet will still be available. I mean, what does teaching look like without the internet now? And I'm expecting that. I'm hoping for that. But God is sovereign, and if he doesn't will that, then, I have to be okay with that. And that's a tough point to get to. So it's hard kind of redefining your identity inside of God's sovereign will for your life. It's hard to figure out, where do I fit in, and how do I define myself now that I'm away from all my peers, now that I'm away from school and this process of always, bumping shoulders with people and making them laugh, and figuring out who's dating who and all this. And it's tough now that you have all these things where you don't have that dynamic in your life anymore. But it gets us to a point, and I think we can appreciate this isolation when you can take a step back and say, God, I'm going to allow this time. I'm going to allow you to have this time where you can express your sovereignty, and I can stop being busy and allow myself to realign my will with yours. And I encourage you guys to do that. But anyways, this is just sort of a morning devotion, if you want to call it that. Just checking in with you guys and just saying I'm here. If you need me, just shoot me an email. I've been getting tons of emails from you guys and responding, so thank you for being communicative. There's a few of you that I have not heard from yet, so I hope you guys are doing well. It's important that you be checking your RenWeb. I'm putting all the assignments and stuff on there for you all to do, and then uploading those to the Dropbox. But I'm going to start breaking out and doing individual videos now for different grades, now that you guys are hopefully kind of in the rhythm of things. But I wanted to leave you with that. I'm praying for you all, and I miss you all very much. It's like, I wish we could do some sort of online classroom or something where we can all see each other's faces and talk and do all that, because I miss being around you guys. I was just texting my wife the other day from school, telling her how much I enjoy being a high school teacher. Just being around you guys is fun, and it makes me feel young. It's enjoyable for me, but to have that removed it makes me sad. It breaks my heart. But I hope you guys are well. Just I'll look forward to your emails and communication. But in the meantime, keep it real, be safe, and let me know if you need anything in the meantime. See ya.